Hi, it's Dr. Jenny and Dr. Daniel from Spinal Corrective Center in Amherst, New Hampshire.
So, Dr. Jenny,
Yep.
So a lot of our patients ask us, why should I keep coming back in when I'm feeling better or when I'm no longer in crisis?
Oh, sure. I think that's a common question for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you a story. This kind of makes sense. So I had this guy come in, and you know, he was a common new patient. He had headaches, he had asthma, didn't know if chiropractic would make a difference. He just wanted to see if it would help his body work better. And he had a really straight neck. And he hadn't had a lot of trauma, but he, and still does, drives to Cambridge and back every day and sits at a computer for at least 8 hours a day. So it made sense that, you know, this position over time had made his neck go straight. So, you know, clinically, you know, it seems like people are more prone to headaches when they have a straight neck. So at least I was able to tell him, you know, this is partly possibly why your body's not working well.
Okay.
You know, so what was cool was as his curve started to come back, so he just did really great corrective chiropractic work. Within the first month, his headaches did go away. So he's, you know, super motivated to keep coming. And within about 2-3 months, his asthma actually got better. To this day, he doesn't have asthma. As his curve came back and his body was working better, he recognized he has more energy. He recognized that he wasn't as tired when he got home at night. So chiropractic started to kind of be this thing that allowed him to do his crazy life, right? Drive an hour to work every day and be able to sit at the computer all day long and still feel and function well. So when it got to the point where his spine looked great, his symptoms were under control, you know, he said to me, what's the frequency I should get adjusted to kind of be able to stay where I'm at?
Yeah.
You know, so we worked on it and we kind of experimented, and we found for him a Monday morning adjustment. I just adjust whatever happens to be out that day. Really allows him to feel great. Like not just good, but he feels great. And so he literally for many years now, he's gotten adjusted every Monday morning as a wellness strategy to keep his spine healthy to feel and function well despite his work schedule.
Of course.
You know, and so that makes sense. And in fact, he ended up getting his younger children, elementary age children, under care because he's like, I don't want them to wait until their spine is straight, then have to correct it. Because, you know, kids as young as like 2, 3, 4, they're already sitting at tablets, they're already on media. So he was recognizing that, you know, even though they don't have symptoms yet, for them to get adjusted on a regular basis to make sure their spine is growing, because it's so gentle, you know, with kids, make sure their spine's growing well is a good way to do it. So the whole family comes in.
That's great. So it's a good way to maintaining a frequency to keep your body in a healthy state and prevent going back into old problems or causing future problems.
Yeah, and we do that every time with our car. Like
That's
we
so
don't,
true.
right, if we only brought our car in for service when it had a problem versus like actually change the oil on a regular frequency and get the maintenance.
And everyone knows that. That's such a common thing. Like everyone knows you get your oil changed every 5,000 or so miles because it overall extends the life of your car.
And it replace the brake pads and replace the windshield wipers and it's maintaining. So why is it people will understand the concept of maintaining their car, but the idea of maintaining their body feels so foreign, right?
I know, it's so strange. Especially because you can always buy another car if you really had to.
You can't buy another spine.
You can't.
So that's a great idea. You know, it's a good idea to get checked by a chiropractor before you have the crisis. So at least you know the condition of your spine and how to take care of it. Be well, everybody.